Hey, it's Grammy Award winning recording artist Maya, and you are now rocking with the B-Side interviews with your host, Slick Young.
What up? You're now tuned into the B-Side interviews. I am your host, Slick Young. I got a very, very special group today I want to interview. Go on ahead and introduce yourselves.
Man, if y'all don't know us, you about to know us. I'm Killer F from the Finatticz.
I go by the name of G4 like this.
You know what I'm saying? It's happening with my boy.
What up, man? How y'all doing, man?
Man, we blessed, man. How you been, man?
Actually, I'm actually living really, really good. Highly favored, man. God is good. That's all I can say.
All the time.
Man, let's get right into this interview, man. I wrote down a series of questions, but our pre-interview conversation just had my mind going. So I'm gonna actually mix the order up in the questions. Still the same questions, just mixing the order up. I guess I can say all the fans and everybody in the world would like to know, coming off that mega hit, the Don't Drop That joint. What did you guys go from there? Because I'm sure a lot of fans wanted to know what happened at that point.
Oh man, shit. Basically, shit. I had fucking around and went to prison and shit for 2 years. It low key slowed us down. That's basically what happened. So it's like right now it's like a comeback thing right now.
And at that point, like I said, you guys were, I mean, to my opinion, at least, into a lot of the world, you guys was going to be the next big thing, especially at that time when independent art, because I looked at that record still as an independent record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Independent artists at that point was blowing up. Like around that same time, I mean, we're going to say in that maybe that 5 or 6 year time frame, you had the New Boys, you had Cali Swag District, you had the Rejects, and you guys was right in that mix. Like, how do you guys feel about that? You being a part of that, the New West. That was that New West movement.
Yeah, we was different though. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it was like Cali Swag, New Boys, and the Rejects. Like they were like dance, like some dance shit. You know what I mean? Like some dancing crews. You feel me? Those all the homies and shit. But yeah, they was on some dance shit. And, like we was strictly on some party, turn up ratchet shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't mind that shit, but I did at the same time because I didn't want to be labeled as that type of artist. Like I don't want y'all just to expect this shit from us.
I agree. And like I said, you went to prison. For the other group, because I want to ask you how you felt in prison. You know, while your son was being on the radio, Power 106, playing the joint crazy. For your other members, how do you think they felt? Actually, I'll let you speak for yourself. How did you feel when he was in prison and it was going off?
Man, to be honest with you, it was a dog-eat-dog world, to be honest, because it was like, didn't nobody really know what was going on. So it was like, the only person really knew the business, which he passed it down to me, was him. And it was like nobody wanted to really move on what he said because he wasn't present. So that was the whole thing that really slowed everything really down. That's what kind of made a nigga mad, because it's like if a person leaves something in play, that's just like leaving the playbook. And nobody want to go by the playbook. Everybody want to call audibles and change plays. It's like, that's going to mess up the point to score. Because now the plays is already there. You don't call an audible unless it really have to be called. But if the playbook already set in stone, go by that playbook, you're going to win.
So how did it affect you guys as far as shows? You know, because it's like the City Girls thing. One of the members is in jail, so were you guys performing his parts without him, or how did that work?
Well, yeah, he sent me overseas to go do a show. So it was like we had the when it was in LA, it was like I was performing with Easy when he wasn't around, but then Easy couldn't go overseas, so I had to take our other boy YC with me, and then everything else other than that, it was just like more so trying to get everything in order. Like the shows, stuff was happening at the show where it wouldn't happen if he was around. Certain business wasn't did right, that would never happen if he was around. So that was messing up everything.
I feel it. Now, for a lot of the younger generation artists who probably grinding out there to be where you guys were, and make hits and different things like that. How did I mean, of course, like I said, at that time you had to go to prison, but before that, leading up to that, you guys are grinding, you guys are putting out your little shows, and you're doing your shows and putting out CDs and all that. This music industry is like popularity. It's like high school. So at this time, you guys are popular. How did it affect you guys' personal lives at home, your relationships? You going to Walmart or going to McDonald's? How did that affect you guys prior to you going to prison and all that?
Man, that shit was like it ain't hit me. It took a while for that shit to hit me. You know what I'm saying? I was already popular and shit, but this shit just took it up a notch. Like, took it up another notch, because now it's the motherfuckers I don't even know. And, like, it had me low-key paranoid and shit. I'm like, man, who is this motherfucker calling me and shit? Like nigga, who is you? So, it was cool. But, you know what I'm saying? I know for the homies and shit, I know it was all new. You know what I'm saying? Because we came from the bottom, like, we from the streets.
How did the industry accept you guys at that time?
Man, you wouldn't, bro. The industry, that shit was like, that's some other shit, bro. I don't know. Like, it was like, I would like to say like I want to say, like, if you ain't getting stamped by nobody, you feel me? If nobody big ain't coming up under you, like, hey, what the fuck with my boys? I think, you know what I'm saying? It would have been better if somebody would have did that for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a Snoop Dogg, like, would have embraced us, or somebody big on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? Knowing some younger West Coast artists is coming up, you feel me? Could have showed us the ropes or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is, at the height of all this, you know what I mean? And I'm just paraphrasing here. So let's just say you in the club with these celebrities. You seeing Game, you seeing Snoop, you seeing all these cats, but ain't nobody taking it in the wing. Y'all just still homies with a hot song. Man,
actually, I take that back. Matter of fact, fucking Game, he reached out to us. We ran into him at the mall and shit. He reached out to us and shit, and he said he wanted to do the remix and shit. He was like, he was gonna get Chris Brown on this shit. And then some shit went down, and he had like a fucking some legal situations going on and shit. We never got to do that shit, but he did reach out, and he put our song on his TV show, Life. What's that shit called? I was on BET.
Game something.
Whatever that shit. He had a movie, a TV show on BET though. He had our song.
Yeah, I remember. I vaguely remember that though.
Yeah, but he Game show love though.
How do you think it changed you guys personally? Like as far as family wise, was the family acting different? Everybody was your cousin at that point?
Hell yeah! Like you like, who the fuck is like this? You ain't the cousin.
Yeah.
You not my cousin, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, like relationship, that shit was getting, all that shit get, you know what I'm saying? You know how that shit go.
100%.
It's like the regular shit, like, and then it's like when people always think you got money, like you think you rich or something, like, I got a little something, but it don't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't rich.
And it's crazy, like sometimes with a lot of family members and associates and people who might look at you on IG or Facebook, what they don't know is, for the industry, a lot of them checks is coming quarterly.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't seeing every 2 weeks like they seeing they paycheck every 2 weeks.
Yeah, that shit coming every 3 months. You feel me? Like, you gotta wait for that check.
And don't get me wrong, that 3-month check might be a big chunk, but you have to wait for that.
You just gotta wait for it, that's all. You just gotta wait for it. And then you get your, you know what I'm saying, get your other royalties, BMI, fucking sound exchange and shit like that. But,
No, I agree. Now, I like, what, you know what I mean, would you guys consider yourself, because I know you guys got a lot of life in you. You got a lot of game in you. You got a lot of music that you want to put out. But let's just go from that time period to now. Would you guys put yourself in that one-hit wonder category?
Nope.
And I'm glad you didn't say yes.
Nope, hell no. Like, cause it's like, what is a one-hit wonder? You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. Like, how many? What is a hit? A hit is like how many? Like, you gotta get a reward or something for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I gotta sell 1 million records for this shit to be a hit. You know what I'm saying? But if you go to the numbers and shit, we got songs. We just dropped a song called "Thick Bitch, Little Bitch," 1 million+ views. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just dropped this shit. It's still going up. We getting booked for this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. It's just difficult, bro. Like, it's a lot of him. This shit is stressful. Like,
I mean, trust me. I mean, like I said, me and you talked up there. Like, I dabble with the industry a little bit. I understand how hard this can actually be. And like I said, with the industry, a lot of these numbers and things being inflated, it makes it 10 times harder for the cat coming up.
mm-hmm.
No, I feel that. Now, and I'm glad you actually said, like, what's a hit? Because I want to ask you guys, what would, to you guys now, being older, years older, being a little more wiser, what is success to you guys? What would you consider success in this industry for you two?
Man, I consider success, like, man, just having longevity. Like, you know what I'm saying? From your work, you still getting paid from your work. You know what I'm saying? After you stop working. Like, yeah, my kids are straight. I have a home. I got a business. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got a home and a business somewhere, something that's bringing funds in and shit, I think you straight. Like, I think all the other shit, all the extra shit, like the fucking foreign cars, the big ass mansion, I think that shit is just extra shit, just a want. It's not a need. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not a necessity, you feel me? I'll be straight in a fucking 4-bedroom house, 3-bedroom house, you feel me? Like, I'll be happy with that.
I agree. Now, I know the fans are going to want to ask. It's 3 of you.
Yeah.
I see 2 of you.
Yeah.
What happened?
Man, I just beat that nigga up in the parking lot.
I love that.
I'm fucking with you. Nah.
Love that.
Earlier, I had shot a video earlier today, and he had his son with him and shit. He left my shoot early, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. I hit him up, he didn't respond back to me. But my boy, he slid through. But that's who I was in the video with, my nigga Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't present right now.
I mean, that's all. I'm just shooting jokes, because people gonna ask when they see this. Like,
yeah, but look, back in the day, yeah, that's another thing that happened with the group too. We like, shit, we actually fell out, man. Like, me and that nigga, we fell out. He had when his like shit was like, I guess shit wasn't going fast enough with him for him, like with the Thun shit, and he had went and left the Finatticz and started fucking with some whole other squad, like some shit. And now I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I was mad at the nigga because he ain't come tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Finding out through other people, like, you done left the Finatticz to go to some other shit. So when I see him and shit, I'm like, man, I'm cool, bro. Like, I'm just cool, bro. I'm gonna do my own thing. And it went from there. And I remember I was in the bathroom lining myself up. I'm at the studio and shit. And a nigga walk in the bathroom. He like, what's up? I'm like, what's cracking? He like, I need that. I'm like, what? Yeah. I will. I put my clippers down. We go outside. We about to fight and shit. They come break that shit up. And like, nigga, after that, I went to jail, bro. I ain't talked to bro. You feel me? So all this commotion was going on all while this shit blowing up. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We done fired our manager. We done got with these other managers. They trying to overbook us and shit. They fucking up our money. Cause we doing like 3 shows a night. Like 4 times a week and shit. Like, we was really like doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? This nigga he came in with like a high ass price. He trying to charge an arm and a leg. You know what I'm saying? The bookers, we like, damn, nigga, like, you turning down shows and all that. You know what I'm saying? So that shit really fucked up some shit up, man. I regret that shit.
Now, you know what I mean? I know a lot of times as younger artists, like, we all start off doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
Now, with all the hardships you guys have bumped into with managers, do you believe it's always easier to do it yourself until you get to a Drake status where you need extra help, or would you suggest to younger artists that they go find management early?
Man, hell no, man. Fuck that management shit. Like, if you got a management that's gonna do, like, I ain't saying like money wise, you feel me? I'm talking about like connections, like gonna have you into this shit, like, at the right spots, at the right places. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You feel me? And it depends on like what percentages this motherfucker taking from you too. You know what I'm saying? Some managers trying to take more than what they supposed to take.
I agree.
You feel me? So yeah, bro. Yeah, I think you should do that shit yourself. Like, until you like a Drake. Me right now, I just go give me some PR, and you know what I'm saying, do some shit like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Put some money on some social media, like some marketing shit, just to, you know what I'm saying, get your shit out there, because that's basically what the label gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You can do that shit yourself.
No, I agree. I 100% agree with you guys.
It just all takes money. That money, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that bag. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Now, fast forward, let's fast forward to now. Like, I think you guys did the Tupac remix thing.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, what else are you guys doing? What are you guys working on now?
And we actually doing Ratchet or Rush 2 right now, you feel me? That's in the works. We've been supposed to drop that shit, but niggas keep recording and I'm trying to figure out the playlist right now.
Is that the one you guys are having DJ Charisma host?
That was part 1.
Okay, part 1. She did part 1.
Yeah, so we've been working on 2 right now. Well, it's basically, it's finished, you feel me? So we're working on that, and then we just dropped a little web series called Eviction.
I see. Now, where's that on? Is that on your guys' personal website, or what are you guys doing it on?
It's on YouTube right now. It's on my YouTube channel.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out. I'm really gonna check that out.
Yeah, check that out, man. Part 2 coming out probably in a couple of weeks and shit, man. But it's hard. That was our first time acting and shit. That was all improv. You know what I'm saying? Just some little shit to do.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. Now I just got a few more questions before we wrap this up. The first question I want to ask is, in you guys' career, starting from low all the way to the highs, have you guys run into any artist or any celebrity that you guys was like, God damn, I'm in the room with this person?
Bruh. Shit at the BET Awards, nigga. I was in the bathroom. I look over, I'm pissing though. I look over, what's his fucking name? What's that Uptown Funk? What's that name from Uptown?
Bruno Mars.
Yeah, Bruno Mars. I look over Bruno Mars, like boom, he right here. I look over here, it's that nigga, the other nigga name, what's his name? Hey, kid name Bobby Valentino.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pissing with these niggas. You feel me? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I can't believe that shit. I walk out of there, boom, run into fucking Megan Good, nigga.
Oh, you
blew my motherfucking mind. Huh?
And she knew who you was.
No, she didn't know who I was, but it was like at the point, like, just imagine this, bro. It's your first time at the BET Awards, you in there, as I'm walking in there, boom. Some radio, I was getting interviews, so some radio host was telling fucking Jazzy Faye about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoop, this dude cool, he gonna be the future and all this shit and all that. So as I'm walking to my seat, I see the radio do it again. He come get me, he come grab me. And while he grabbing me, boom, I'm running to 2 Chainz, tall motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this seems like a dream. I'm like, it's 2 Chainz right here.
First of all, I want to say, I low-key hate 2 Chainz. I don't really, but we was in Vegas. I ran into 2 Chainz. He made me spend money at a crap table, and I lost it all. So
he hit you?
No, he put out his stack, and I put out my stack. And I didn't. I wasn't on the victorious side at that point.
Oh, man, you lost it all.
Lost it all. Trying to impress 2 Chainz at the moment.
At the moment, you can't be doing that. He got big money, man.
I was young. I was a young boy. You know, it was.
It's all right.
So my last two questions is, first one, if it's, because there's gonna be a lot of young kids watching this, and there's gonna be just a lot of people who are inspired by what you guys did and want to be like you. Like, what would you tell these kids, like, as far as, because a lot of OGs say you just gotta keep working. They never told us how to work. So what would you tell to a young kid who may not know to put their music on SoundCloud, or may not know to go buy Pro Tools or Studio One? Like, what would you tell them if they want to be like you?
Man, first, you need to register that name. You know what I'm saying? Get that BMI right. You feel me? Get that BMI, get your publishing. You know what I'm saying? The 2 things, and register with Sound Exchange. You feel me? Register with Song Trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure you register. Make sure your money gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. And then just be consistent, put music out, and don't be worried about what nobody think about your shit. You feel me? If you think that motherfucker can go, you think it's a slap, put that shit out. You feel me? Nobody can dictate what your music gonna do. You know what I'm saying? People putting out bullshit right now.
I agree.
Like real live bullshit. Like, what the fuck? What's that song called? Like a snake. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? They putting out bullshit like that, but
yeah.
At the end of the day, I just say, just stay focused, you feel me? Make sure you register your name and all that. You're going to be good, man. Just have faith in yourself.
And the last question, because I want to lighten up the mood. Last question, so we get out of here on a great note, because I think this has been an amazing interview, and I really got a lot of tremendous respect for you young brothers. This is via my girl. I told my girl I want to interview you guys. I told her I was doing it. She wants me to ask you guys, has anyone ever dropped a Thun?
Man, all the time. Dropping them motherfuckers. Flop.
Oh man.
Oh God, man, he's dropping them motherfuckers all the time, man.
Man, I appreciate this interview, and best believe when all this is officially, I guess, quote unquote, really open. When I come to LA, we tapping in. We got to go snatch a bottle, or really link up though.
All right, mandatory, man.
Man, so on behalf of the B-side interviews, on behalf of Corner 10 Productions, on behalf of Designer Apparel, I really appreciate you guys, and man, y'all stay safe out there, man.
Man, you do the same, man.